Welcome to Michelle Reads Books. Today we are looking at Danny, the Champion of the World by Roald Dahl. I actually grew up as a huge Roald Dahl fan. I think I read Matilda and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory probably dozens of times as a child. And those two are some of my favorite books from my childhood. So I've always loved Roald Dahl and his creativity. This one is a bit unique in that it's as a lot of the circumstances of the characters in Roald Dahl books are outside of their control. This one is a little bit not so much outside of your control and a little bit consequences of your actions, also condoning illegal behavior, so there's a little bit of a disclaimer there. I think it's one of the least popular of Roald Dahl's books, and that's why. It's the condoning of the illegal behavior, in my opinion. And you don't want to encourage kids to do things that are immoral. So, anyways, but I will be reading a summary and then giving you my opinion. Danny is being raised in a small caravan by his father, William. His mother died when he was very young. His father runs a filling station and car repair shop. Danny is very close to his father, and they do lots of things together, one of which is that William teaches Danny how to work on engines. William also tells him bedtime stories, including the BFG. One day, while Danny is helping at the filling station, Mr. Hazel comes up in his expensive car. Danny is ready to fill up the car, but Mr. Hazel tells him not to get any dirty fingerprints on his car. William refuses him service because of the disrespectful way he spoke to his son. After that, several officials came to inspect the caravan, the filling station, the garage, and check up on Danny. When Danny is 9, one night he wakes up in the middle of the night and notices that his father, William, isn't home. He gets up and waits for him to return. When he gets home, he reveals that he had gone to Hazel's Wood, about 6 miles away. He explains that he was hoping to poach a pheasant, but that they were all already sleeping when he arrived. He reveals that he loves poaching and talks about several methods of poaching, most of which involve raisins, which pheasants love. Danny tells his father that if he wants to poach, he's okay with it as long as he knows beforehand that it is happening so he doesn't worry. The next time William goes poaching, he tells Danny and leaves earlier. Danny goes to bed on time, but he wakes a few hours later and his father is still not back. Danny's worried and wants to get to him as quickly as possible. He decides to borrow the Austin that was in the garage for repairs. He spends a harrowing ride in the car on the way to Hazel's Wood, but he makes it. There was a flashlight in the car as well as a rope. Danny uses the flashlight to search for his father and finds him at the bottom of a 12-foot pit. He ties the rope around a nearby tree and throws the rope to his father. He lifts himself hand over hand to escape the pit. He's unable to walk, though, because he has a broken leg. Danny helps him hop on one foot to get to the car. Danny drives him back home, with William only helping to make sure he doesn't hit any traffic coming in the opposite direction. William sleeps in the garage until morning, when he can call the doctor. The doctor comes in the morning and picks up William in an ambulance. He returns from the hospital with a reinforced cast that William can walk on. Soon, Mr. Hazel will host a shooting party on the opening day of hunting season. Because he had dug a tiger trap for people, they want revenge on Mr. Hazel. William wishes that he could get rid of all the pheasants so the party would flop. But all of his poaching methods only work on a few pheasants at once and wouldn't work to get rid of many pheasants. Danny has the idea of drugging the pheasants with the sleeping pills that William had been prescribed. He suggested soaking the raisins, cutting them open, putting some of the sleeping powder into the raisins and sewing them back up. William and Danny go together to drug the pheasants. They throw the drugged raisins into a meadow and they are all eaten quickly. They hide for a couple of hours and return to pick up the pheasants drugged and on the ground. They gathered 120 pheasants and took a taxi back to the vicarage, where the pheasants will be hidden. Pheasants are offered to all those who help. the taxi driver, the vicar and his wife, the doctor, and the police officer. They walk home. The next morning, the vicar's wife comes down the street with an altered buggy with her baby on top. The buggy is very large and is carrying all the pheasants in it. While walking, however, the sleeping pills start to wear off. Pheasants fly out of the buggy and land weakly on the filling station. Mr. Hazel drives up and angrily tells whoever will listen that those pheasants are his, and he has a right to take them back. The police officer, Sergeant Samways, comes up and explains that these are wild animals and don't technically belong to anyone. Together, they try to scare the birds back onto Mr. Hazel's land, but the birds just fly away after scratching up the paint on Mr. Hazel's expensive car. Mr. Hazel drives off angry about his spoiled shooting party. The doctor calls Danny the champion of the world. The doctor then finds 6 pheasants at the bottom of the buggy. Some of the pheasants had taken more sleeping pills than others and had died of it. The last few pheasants were split between William, the vicar, and the police officer. William then invites the doctor and his wife to dinner at their home, going out to buy an oven first. What's my opinion? I think that it is a sweet story in one sense, with the father trying to do the best for his son when trying to improve his life, like buying an oven and providing enough food and things like that, where they really didn't have much. But I don't have a problem with them not having much. I do have a problem with them blatantly poaching. Yeah, it is illegal, and it was also shocking to see how many people were in on it. Now, was that realistic? Yeah, probably. Especially if all of those people were underpaid, which meant that they would all welcome a supplement to their income as something that they couldn't have afforded, is, bird meat or whatever. So I think that I understand where they're coming from, but I don't think that this is the solution. Is Mr. Hazel a jerk that deserves it? Yeah, like he's a cartoon villain, basically, the way he acts. But he's not, but is he wrong? And the bottom line is not really no. He's a bit of an arrogant jerk, but he's not actually a horrible person. The only thing that I would say he does that's really terrible is that he digs the tiger trap on his grounds to catch people. But at the same time, I mean, it is his land. He was trespassing. Are you allowed to do that on your own land? I think you are. So, I don't see Mr. Hazel as bad a person as he is depicted to be in the book. So I feel like they've gone too far in that sense. And I also feel like condoning the poaching, also drugging animals with medication made for people, and things like that. This is all very dubiously moral. It's not at all moral, really. So because of the lack of morals of this book, I'm going to put it as probably one of my absolute least favorites. So, yeah, no offense to Danny the Champion of the World. It's, it's just not a moral book in any sense of the word. And I don't think that it's really healthy to be reading this level of dubious morality to children who are very open to the possibility of following this advice. Anyway, that is my opinion. Don't follow this advice. This is crap advice. Also, the 9-year-old driving the car and things like that. Don't do this. Don't do any of this ever. So that is my opinion. But yeah, books for children, as long as you are accepting that this book is not meant to be reality, none of it, then sure, whatever. But anyway, that's my opinion. What do you think? Write it in the comments below, and happy reading.